What's going on YouTube? Today's video, we're going to be reacting to the tragic story of Kixstar. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who that is. I'm not really engaged too much in Rainbow Six Siege, like professionals and players. So I just feel like it would be a good fun video to react to. And let's just watch and see the tragic story of him.
From being one of the earliest Siege pros to becoming the most influential person in Siege's early life as a game. This is the legacy of Kixstar. Michael Kixstar Stockley started his gaming career like most of us do, playing FPS games as a young child. When he first tried PC gaming, he was immediately hooked.
My mom met some douchebag, some prick. This guy was an asshole. Oh my god, he was an asshole. He was verbally abusive towards me, my sister, and my mom, and he made our lives hell. But he introduced me to PC gaming. He showed me what PC gaming was.
After being an FPS player for quite some time, in December of 2015, he would download Siege on its release date and begin playing. At the time when he started, his skill compared to everyone else's skill was massively better because he had so much FPS experience on PC beforehand. His mechanics were just naturally great. Compare that with his enjoyment of the strategy behind Siege, and he was arguably the best Siege player in Siege's early life as a game.
Damn. Holy shit.
Player in ranked, he eventually would go on to join one of the first R6 pro teams ever, Team Orbit, as a fragger, and made his name known almost instantly. Like I stated earlier, because his mechanics were ahead of everyone else's, some people went as far to say that he was the Bolo of early Siege before Bolo.
Kix was at the very beginning of the game.
Man, Siege looks so different than it does now. I wish I kind of played during that time. Siege looked so fun. I just feel like any game when they first release is fun. I hope another game just comes out and it's well known, or not really well known, but I just hope a game comes out and I can just download it on release day and just be good at it. Like Fortnite, people downloaded Fortnite and just people were just good at it. And Siege, this guy was Siege, and my cat is behind me.
Probably top 5 most well-known, most popular,
I'm going to eat
most
you.
watched people at that exact moment. There was no Bolo. King George wasn't King George at the time. You were in North America.
Ouch!
That's it. You watched Kix. You wanted
I was
Kix
petting you, man.
His team would get first place nationally and 4th internationally. But after even more games in the league and his roster not doing so hot, he was forced with a hard decision to make. You see, at the time of his pro career, the Siege esports scene was still very small, and because of this, funding for it was low. Low amounts of funding for an esports would have worse quality casters.
Come on now. You guys already tearing up my chair.
The worse quality casters you have, the less people will watch, and the less funding will happen, and it just goes down and down a bad spiral. If Kixstar could become a caster, though, this would fix the issue and actually blow the game up more than ever before. Because unlike other casters, he was actually a pro. He knew what was going on, why things were happening, and what to do. But he'd have to end his pro career, at least temporarily, to be able to cast. After thinking about it for a little over a month, after eventually quitting his team and his friend giving him the opportunity to cast, he finally made his decision to start casting.
I retired in the middle of the 3rd season, not being comfortable on the team that I was playing with at the time. And one of my good friends, Panky, he jumped on one of my streams, and in the chat he's just like, hey, you want to commentate? And I was like, yeah, let's do that.
When he started casting, it was almost a complete natural fit. He was so knowledgeable and non-awkward that he was able to not only breathe life and excitement into the pro league scene, but he helped the audience understand a hard game more easily.
Drone, that's information being shut out from Dark Zero just a little bit, though. Mint is setting himself up for another rush, this time inside of Moto. The C4 will come out to counter him, but the EMP counters the C4 in turn. Mint up close and personal with these enemies, managing to flash them, but stuck in the crossfire. It's really hard to get this engagement in his favor. He will finally take out Shala, but it's his team falling one after another, putting more pressure on Mint. Able to get 2. His last teammate, though, Pojo, at the bottom of main stairs. That's 3 for Mint. Incredible pistol play, and he has the diffuser. Going for the plant behind Black Box. This is the perfect position for him to plant solo. Pojo's doing his best to cover, but he's going to lose the fight to Redeemer, forcing Mint into an ace situation. He's going to get the 4K. He has the mirror window and the flash, and he gets it! The ace from Mint,
crap.
and the round all on Blitz.
was, in all rights, a perfect caster, and with more experience in the future,
Yeah, he was a
become
good
one of the
commentator.
best casters, if not the best caster for Siege ever. But we're not quite there yet, because in front of Kixstar was a daunting task: the first ever Rainbow Six Siege Invitational. This was huge because everyone who played Siege at this point in time would be watching. And not only did he cast well, but he exceeded expectations at the Six Invitational. And after SI finished, he finalized his career as a caster and worked hard to become the best caster Siege could possibly have. From moving across the world to waking up and working at midnight for hours on end, even going as far as to sacrifice a bit of his mental health to get good at his craft, Kixstar was going to work. A big obstacle he faced as well at the time was his antisocial nature. Kixstar didn't have the best of childhoods, and he was a little harder to work with than a lot of other casters. Keep in mind as well, compared to the age of other casters, Kixstar was very young, so it was harder for him to connect to the older casting crew, especially because of the skill gap that I previously mentioned. He also was just naturally awkward as well, so because of this, Kixstar didn't really fit well with a lot of the casters he was working with.
Through the group stages and then go to the finals and unfortunately not do as much as is expected of them. What is going to happen here with Excellence?
You were talking about how this Excellence Infamy matchup that we're going to be seeing here first off this
I think
evening
it's going to be the more interesting one.
Is a more interesting one. I feel as though you're going to be right in that sense because Infamy, I feel, could be that next Cinderella story.
Yeah,
where Excellence was a Cinderella story last season. This season, Infamy has that potential.
Yeah.
But we are going to head into our first interview of the day. It's going to be with Fox A from Excellence Gaming. Let's head on over to Fox.
That was until he met one caster in particular that he actually ended up getting his spot for. This caster was Interrobang. Interrobang, or Intero for short, wasn't as seasoned or gifted at the actual game as Kixstar was. In fact, his skill gap between them was massive. Because of this, Parker had a different approach to casting. He was much more reactionary, lighthearted, and was forced to be able to fill up the same time with words more than he was able to explain the detail of what was actually happening and why it was actually happening. So while Kixstar was logical and analytical, Intero was just more entertaining. These two different types of casting would actually complement each other super well. And they'd complement each other so well that any game casted by these two was just more fun to watch because you were able to be entertained while also being able to be educated. Not only did their casting styles mesh together extremely well, but so did their personalities. You could easily tell that off camera, these two were actually friends.
My name's Intero. I'm joined by Kixstar. As always, we're actually fast approaching 4 years together, Michael. It's you haven't even proposed yet. Unbelievable.
I know.
But
I am just an absolute sloth.
Now Team 1 finds themselves a single map away from being Mexico Major champions. Technically, back-to-back championships are available for Team Empire because we haven't had another international major since Empire prevailed in Raleigh. Crazy to think about that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a
it's halftime.
An ad, bro.
This is a fridge.
really long time, Parker. We've been lacking so many lands. And here we are with the land. It's been fantastic.
Combining the pure amount of hard work Kixstar was putting into his craft, as well as the comfortable environment that he was in with Intero, he blossomed to become an even better caster than he was before. Becoming not only the best caster to ever touch Siege, but one of the best casters for esports in the entire world. His ability to concisely and clearly speak about what was going on while also teaching you why it was happening was something he was getting great at.
SM is falling apart in their comfort zone. Where can they find success? Pojo Man gets the first kill. The gas canister not denying. The second one will have to come out, and that will be successful. Chala comes off the stick, and he's eliminated by Pojo with the only kills for his team. Achieved on low HP. Pojo Man sees a third. He gets it. Nice shot. SMG-11, such limited ammo, but he can find two more. And oh, Pojo Man's absolutely insane! He's going for the fifth, but he doesn't even need it! The time! What a clutch from Pojo Man!
Not only was he getting better at speaking in general,
Wow.
he was also getting better at putting his emotion into the casting and making intense moments even more intense.
It's out. Only 26 bullets left in that Alda, but that's plenty, and he knows this low HP. He can use his Evil Eyes to win this. There's still 40 seconds left, so this is not a rush situation for FaZe. They will pick up Cameraman, so we're back to a 1-on-3. The tension is huge. The Evil Eye going to be a massive factor here for Hot and Cold if he can play this correctly. He cannot vault this, so he'll prep it, but that'll give away his rotation and his intentions. It doesn't seem that 9XT has noticed this, though. It doesn't seem like there's a camera, and there's a nice kill for Hot and Cold. He only needs 2 more, and they're both still very low. He can deny the plant with the Evil Eye and just keep himself alive. 19 bullets, so he's got to be careful with that ammunition counter. And here's the denial! It's gonna work! 5 seconds, and cameraman has to rush! Will he land the shot?
Wow.
Incredible!
His ability to do this means
Hey, that was a crazy, like, commentating. Because when you watch anything, like football, basketball, esports, you want a good commentator that they can, like, show their static with it. I don't know. You just don't watch, I mean, you do watch the game for the game, but then you also like to watch the commentator because they just help.
Siege Pro League so much more enjoyable to watch, and he single-handedly made Siege so much more popular because of it. The only thing wrong with Kix now, at this point, really was just his mental health. He had put so much time and passion into his work and what he was doing, and the Siege scene as a whole, that he hadn't been putting the energy into just bettering himself. So when COVID came along and forced him and everybody else to move back home, and he was forced to move in with his family, he started to actually get a lot happier. You see, when he had moved across the world to cast, he was pretty much alone. His friends and family were all back home, so when he moved back, he was surrounded by nothing but love when he finally moved back in. And because he was able to still cast from his house, it's not like his job suffered either. It was clear not only from his perspective that he was mentally just doing a lot better, but also from other people's perspectives as well.
And then he started caring about his appearance, and he started getting tailored suits, and he started, you know, getting imported jackets, and he started looking at watches, and he started wearing rings, and all of a sudden he's caring about his appearance, he's caring about things outside of gaming. And his whole world opened up to him.
Because he was home so much, and he had already started to dabble into the world of content creation and streaming, staying home due to COVID also made it easier for him to grow on that front as well. It seemed that Kixstar's life was just getting better and better, and he was finally at the place that he wanted to be, that he had been grinding for so long. He was, and had, finally achieved a lot of his dreams, and overall made Siege so much of a better place. From making the game popular and teaching/inspiring so many of us to get better at the game, Kixstar was the most influential Siege influencer for the earlier parts of the game as a whole. Kixstar had such a positive impact on the world that he's remembered now as one of the greats. But one night, as he was logging off for the night on his stream, the public would see Kixstar for the very last time. On October 11th of 2021, Michael Kixstar Stockley would unfortunately pass away in a car accident late in the night. Of everyone close to him that found out first, it was actually Intero that was devastated by the news.
I go to bed and I wake up on Tuesday morning. And when I wake up on Tuesday morning, I've got a couple message requests, and usually I'll just kind of scan through them and see, like, is there anything, like, worth responding to, like... And there's one message that, well, it struck me as very odd. And there was a message request that was sent at 2:30 a.m. my time Tuesday morning, which would have been 11:30 p.m. Pacific time in California. And it said, "Hey Parker, I don't really know how to tell you this, but your friend Michael died. I was the first person at the crash. I was the first person to call 911. I'm really sorry. I know that this is probably shocking. If you need someone to talk to, I'm here." I got that at 2:30 a.m. on Tuesday morning, which would have been 11:30 in California. Now I was asleep. And I saw that message, and I thought it was a joke. It's not unusual for me to get stupid DMs. I'm sure this probably doesn't shock you. I've had people message me telling me that, you know, Pengu had retired. This was before Pengu had actually retired. People telling me that Bolo had been caught cheating. You know, just random stupid things that they're just lies. They're just done for attention, right? But I don't know what it was about this message, but it just, like, it hit in a different way. So I responded to it, and I just said, it's really fucked up that you would joke about this kind of thing. This isn't something to joke about. And he responded immediately, and he goes, I'm not joking. I'm not f***ing with you. You know, I was there. I didn't see it. I know that it's a lot to take in. I'm really sorry, but I'm happy to answer questions if you have it. And there was something about that response that it didn't sit right with me. Because if somebody's going to troll you or with you that way, that's not the level of sincerity and earnestness that you usually receive.
Not only were his close friends and family shook by what had happened, but the Siege community was never the same either. And to this day, I and many other Siege creators still think of his impact on the game and the many hearts he was able to touch.
Oh, that's crazy.
Even speaking right now, I was inspired by him, and I would watch Pro League sitting in school all of the time, just listening to him cast. It breaks my heart to even have to make this YouTube video, but I want him to be remembered for how good he was. Because regardless of what happened, Kixstar is remembered not for his passing and what happened, but for everything he did while he was alive. Kixstar is nothing short of a Siege legend, and is the reason that Siege even has a big name now. His influence is unparalleled, and his career was nothing but fruitful. So from the bottom of my and everyone's hearts, thank you, Kixstar, for everything that you've done. That's it for this video, though. Check out the next video, and I hope we'll see you there.
Wow, that's sad. Damn. Died in a car accident. He actually had life going for him, too. Nobody should die in a car accident. That's just sad. I was not expecting that to, like... I was not expecting him to say that. Damn. I mean, tragic story, but... I just was not expecting that tragic. If you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, comment down below what video I should react to next. I like that. I like this, dude. I'm gonna drop and subscribe. Hopefully get some other videos I can react to, because that was a good video to react to. But if you guys enjoyed, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Later.